Welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be doing a review-ish tutorial thing using this new palette by Morphe. This is their 35G Bronze Goals palette. As soon as I saw this, I was taken away by it. Someone actually tagged me on Instagram and asked me if I would review this or buy it and do some looks using it. And honestly, I went the next day and got it. I saw the colors and I was like, those are right up my alley. If this palette is good quality, I know I'm going to use it often. So I wanted to get my hands on it, especially because summer's around the corner and I love me a good bronzy look. I always have. Bronzy looks are some of my favorite looks to do on myself. I guess because of my complexion, they just look really good on me. If ever anything you guys want me to review, just tag me in it on Instagram, send me a DM or something, and I will do my best to pick it up for you and do a video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape and we're going to prime the eyes. I'm going to start off with this color right here as a transition. I'm using a Morphe 441 brush for that. I am so impressed with how easy this blended out. I off on the cut crease for this video because I've been doing cut creases the past few videos and I think that we just should do something a little bit different. What bothers me is that it doesn't have a mirror because when I film I like to have a mirror on my palette. But I'm just using my Jeffree mirror. Blend my shadows higher than you would think, almost to where they're blending into my brow bone. I'm just going to take this color right here in the corner. You guys know if you're new to doing eyeshadow or you struggle with it, it's always best to start out with the soft brown and then build your way up to darker colors. Never the other way around. Unless you're a little more advanced and you know what you're doing, then you can definitely start with the darker colors. Kind of want to form a half circle across your eye when you want looks to look a lot more eye-catching. You guys will see what I mean when we're done with the look. You guys want to blend from the exterior part in little circular motions all the way to the inner tear duct. See what that does? It kind of creates a perfect shape. I'm going to build that up a few more times and then we'll move on. Use this color right here. Go ahead and change my brush to this Wet n Wild P15. It's just a little bit smaller. Help pack product in the crease right where you want it. You can build up the intensity without making it too dark all the way up so that we still get that gradient effect. I'm gonna go in back and forth motions kind of on the outside and then we're going to work that into the crease in that same half circle type of motion. Building that brown in little tapping motions as well. I'm not gonna focus on blending yet. Taking the Morphe M441, we're just going to take that and blend. Keep in mind, we did not add any additional product to this. When you're blending, you never want to have too much of a heavy hand. You want to have a featherweight type of pressure on the eye so that way everything kind of smoothly blends out, not getting any harsh lines or patching. Sometimes shadows are just patchy, you know, but sometimes if you press too hard, it can also blend the shadow unevenly. I always like to lift the shadow a little in this area right here. To build intensity one more time, just because I want you guys to understand that you have to have layers to get very intense shadow. So we're going to take this color right here and we're going to take the Wet n Wild P15 again and build that into the crease. We're just going to pack it in with little tapping motions. You can also use little pressing motions like so. Always go a little above my crease, or if I were to open my eyes, I go right in it. Again, the M441 for blending, and again the same lightweight motion. Super intrigued by these shimmer colors. It's so hard not to stare at the rose golds, but let's get real. I'm staring at the rose gold. What do I do? Whew, decisions. This is the rose gold. Wait, where is it? This is the rose gold that I was staring at, but I think we're just going to take this bronze color right here instead. Pack that all over the lid, and I'm going to show you my way of making this look super extra and very dramatic. Try this with No Fix Plus and see how it works, just to put it to the test. But more than likely, I will end up using some kind of setting spray to wet it because I just like doing that. I'm obviously not going to be cutting the crease, but I still want to open up some of this space that we have, you know, kind of blended a lot of the darkness into on the eyelid, and I just really want to open that up so we have a bigger eyelid space. So I'm just going to take my Tarte Shape Tape and do that. We're not going to cut the crease, we're simply applying concealer so you don't have to focus on lines. Obviously blend those harsh edges of the concealer with the M441. Using a flat brush, you can use any flat brush in your collection. Okay, it's pretty, but I'm not taken away by it. I like this, but I might end up lightening it up. So let's go ahead and wet it with my Morphe spray. Not bad, it's not the greatest though. Take a lighter one and try to make it a little more like oomph. I don't know how to explain it. I want to brighten things up with this color right here. Literally gonna apply this with my finger. Okay, now this is starting to give me a little more life. I like this a lot. Now that we built up this to how I want it, it's super bronzy and pretty. I actually really am loving this right now. I'm gonna go ahead and really put this palette to the test because I know if I'm going to really be reaching for a palette and if it contains everything, all the elements that I need in a palette, like good transition shades is one of them. Going to have shimmers or metallics, they need to be pigmented or at least be able to be builded up to this right here. It needs to have good dark shadows, as in a good matte black and a good matte dark brown. So I didn't have an issue with the dark brown in this palette, but we do have a black eyeshadow right here, and we're going to go ahead and put this to the test. We're going to use this to smoke out the lash line. Take a Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush. This is one of my favorite Sigma brushes right here. Amazing for so many different things. Especially love it for doing eyeshadow eyeliner, if that makes sense. Oh, it's pigmented and we don't have fallout. Oh my goodness. I don't think it tops my Anastasia Noir, but it works, girl, it works. But if a palette has a good black eyeshadow, I just know I'm going to be reaching for it that much more, just because I'm always going back and forth with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Noir eyeshadow, which is my favorite black eyeshadow, with every single palette. So if I can like just save myself one step like that in my makeup routine, I am sold. Well guys, I have other Morphe palettes and I don't remember the black eyeshadow being this pigmented. Blend the outer corners to blend that black into the brown so it kind of smokes out. Little beginner tip, I always apply my liner thickest on the outside and thinnest on the inside, so it's kind of like I do a diagonal line down. A little honorable mention, I've been using these Pixi Glow Tonic To Go pads to take away fallout underneath my eyes, and these are just so simple. They're already pre-soaked in there for you, and they're just easy to just, you know, use, and you can just sit them by your makeup desk and they're really cute. And on top of that, this is what they look like, so you're not wasting like an entire makeup wipe just to clean off a fallout, and it just does it so easy, you guys. I popped lashes on. These are of course from my lash line, which you guys have heard me say in every video, so I'm not gonna go over that again. The Instagram will be here and down below if you're interested in that. We're getting so close to launching. I'm so excited. And prep my skin with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I'm going to use the Wonder Glow Instant Focus Beauty Flash Primer. I've been in love with these two lately. This Wonder Cream I tend to use on a lot of people for weddings and stuff, just to give like that natural glow, and it just works really well. Pixie toning pads, those are at Target if you guys want to run and grab some, or I'll also link them down below. I want you guys to know that when I link stuff down below, all of them are, or most of them, 90% of them are affiliate links, so I earn a small percentage commission if you buy by clicking those links. It's literally just a few cents every purchase, so it's not much at all. It takes me like so long to even like accumulate anything, but you know, I do take the time to link everything, so I think it's really only fair. If that bothers you, you can always Google the products or whatever you want to do. That is not gonna hurt my feelings. This is my last video. It was my TJ Maxx video. I found this at TJ Maxx for $10, and I've been loving the way that this looks. So we're going to apply it. I'm gonna use a brush, and I'm gonna go over with a Real Technique sponge. This Vamonos Pro foundation. I actually really love it. Like, I wore it the past couple of days since I filmed that video, and yesterday I've noticed that at the end of the day, when I was about to take my makeup off, it just looks so smooth and flawless. Huda Beauty powder. This is in the color Pound Cake. I've been trying this out recently. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I don't like to set my face too much because I do have more dry skin. So unless a foundation is super wet and dewy, and I don't want it to be super wet and dewy, then that's whenever I would go in and really powder. So I really only powder the areas that I need to. We also have the new Morphe Glam Bronze Face and Body Bronzer in the color Megastar, which is the medium colors. I believe they also had two other colors, which is a lighter one and a darker one. So here's what the inside looks like. It looks really nice. I'm excited to try it because it's a huge bronzer, and I love stuff like this because I go through bronzer like crazy. I like to take like a big fluffy powder brush to apply bronzer. Usually I use my Chanel one, but this is pretty dirty right now, so we gotta wash that. It says it's a bronzer, but it is matte, which is nice. If it had shimmer to it, I still would have probably bought it. I don't find this to be like a contouring shade because I think it's a little warm, but I think this is beautiful to bronze up. It's really smooth, it blends out well. I've been using their powder in Celebutanté or something like that on my clients to contour. I was really excited to see this. Yeah, instant bronze for sure. Look how bronzy I look, oh my goodness. I actually love. Whew, the bronze is real. I might have went a little too ham with that, but it's cute, so I don't hate it. Take my Anastasia contouring kit to contour. Take that banana shade and mix it with the lighter shade here. Now that is a bronzy contour, you guys. So obsessed right now. I'm kind of in a hurry because the sun's going down and I really don't want this video to be like inconsistent. Sometimes I just like to go in and tap it with a kabuki brush just to blend everything. I like harsh lines when it comes to my contour. I like it to all kind of just flow. I like to contour the nose with the Morphe M441, which is what I used on my eyes. So I washed brushes last night and I put these upside down to dry. These little hairs kind of just like, I don't know, flared out. So I'm gonna have to probably wash this again. Go ahead and do underneath the eyes. I'm gonna use pretty much some browns that we used on the crease to finish up underneath the eyes. And then I'm gonna speed through that and we'll be back. For blush, I want to keep it in the bronzy, not bronzy, but like kind of like summery vibes, which I know it's not summer yet, but this gives me summer vibes. I'm gonna use MAC Peachy Keen, and it looks like this. Highlight, we're gonna use two products that I know will give me a bronzy glow. Pixie by Petra Gossamer Duo. This is in Subtle Sunrise, and I love this. It's so beautiful. You guys have probably heard of these before. I'm gonna use a little highlighting topper. This is the Juvias Place, the loose highlighter in Nefertiti. It looks like this. You know we're not going nowhere with highlighter if we don't use our Morphe spray. So I'm gonna do that real quick. We are gonna be gleaming. My Wet n Wild P75. Seriously blinding. I love this. Now this takes it to a whole other level, you guys. If you guys don't own any Juvias Place stuff, what are you doing? Go to Ulta and go get you some eyeshadows and definitely this highlighter. You know, I feel like a golden tin man. Of course we need an inner corner highlight, so we're gonna apply that in the inner corners as well. We are absolutely glowing. Glowing, glowing, glowing. I use my favorite MAC lip liner in Cork. Every single client on myself, it's so good. And I do this to blend it. Since we didn't get to use this in my last video, I want to use it today. This is the Anastasia lip gloss in Amber. Okay, I feel like the look may be a little basic, maybe something similar to what I've done before, but regardless, I love that palette so far. That's everything for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this bronzy look that I created. If you like these videos, give them a thumbs up. It helps me out and my channel so much, you guys have no idea. To help your girl out, just make sure you give this video a thumbs up. To go ahead and let y'all go, thank y'all so much for tuning into my video today. If you stayed until the end, leave this emoji right here in the comment section. I love y'all and I will see you in the next one. Bye.